Going right into our next session with Thomas, and we're talking about personalization. And you said it earlier, and I don't think I even dwelled on it that much when you're introducing yourself at the top of this whole webinar sequence. You said optimizing the reviews on the page to show the ones that are going to kind of convert. So that it's almost like it's not personalized, but it's being smart about how we showcase social proof. And I think that's one of the things that makes your tool very unique in the review industry. I have written an article on review tools. I know the industry quite well, and that feature is, which sounds subtle, is actually quite massive as another concept of conversion rate optimization. But all right, with that said, if you want to share your screen, I'll let you kind of present and take it away.
Let's start it. Let me share the screen. So, all right, share. And there we go. So, look, Black Friday is coming. Christmas is coming, and I like to use a comparison to a Christmas table. So you will be running ads. You will be spending money on your SEO to bring those people through the door. And it's sort of like announcing your Christmas dinner to the whole world, to all the strangers around there. You want to present yourself. So there's going to be new people coming to you, to your shop. So in order to convince them to buy from you, you need social proof. You need to show them what other people are thinking of all the dishes that you're going to serve. So that's the first thing. You need those reviews. The second thing, you need to know. So all of your products, all of the pages that you carefully handcrafted, they are sort of like your dishes at the Christmas table. But reviews are sort of like the sauces. So you need to sprinkle a little bit here and there in order to give the right flavors to convince people to buy from you. But you have to be smart about it. You have to put the right sauce in the right place. You're not going to put barbecue sauce on top of a cake. So that's what those are the topics that I will mention at the start. We'll talk about what review widgets to put where, and the whole presentation is not opinion specific. So this is not going to be a product demo. Whatever review app you have, it should be relevant. Obviously, the most relevant to Opinion, because Opinion is the best review app. But but let's focus on the core concepts. So there are two types of reviews that you want to show to your clients on different type of pages. So you've got the reviews about products on the product page, and then you have reviews about your business as a whole. And where do you show different types? Obviously, product reviews on the product page, but then reviews about your business should go everywhere else. And so let's start from our showcase store in here. Let's have a look. What do you place here? So people visit your store, they don't know anything about you. You want to show them the general information about your level of service, about the communication with your clients, about what happens if something goes wrong, and generally the level of service. So for example, here we have a carousel, which is a good widget that you can place on the homepage. So we can see that the company emailed with details, they delivered on the correct day and all that stuff. So we see that the deliveries should be spot on. If everything goes right, they communicate. We can see that the delivery was quick again here, and I am so impressed by the level of service. So you want to show people the general idea of how it is to buy from your store, and you don't show reviews of a specific product on the homepage, because this is a general page. So having something super specific, unless of course you're having a single product store, then that's relevant. But if I am coming to a gardening store with an intent to buy a shovel, but you're showing me garden chairs, garden chair reviews, that's not really relevant to me. But a general review will help me in general. So regarding those reviews, so carousel is good. Something like a footer badge is definitely good. So this is where people will come to check out your returns policy or your delivery policy, and it's definitely good before they click, to kind of show them the general overall rating of your store, to give them this nudge in the right direction to show them, hey, it's safe to buy from you. Another thing that can follow people, so this will follow people on every single page. Another thing that can follow people on every single page of your store is a all reviews floating widget that you can put on the side in here. So if I click on this, it will show me the overall rating of the store and reviews from all the products, reviews from the whole shop. So no matter where I go, this will be around here. And of course, you need to be conscious of your design decisions. You can't overwhelm people with reviews. Reviews are good in general, but it's sort of like with the sauce, you can't put a whole bottle on top of a cake. One more thing that you can utilize is definitely something in the navbar. So especially new people, they will browse around. They will want to check out different products, collections, and it's a good place to put an all reviews page, which shows the reviews of your store in general. So the same as the floating widget here on the left. It's a good way to kind of, wherever people are, they can always check out the general rating and reviews from for all the products that you're selling. So there are a few things that people tend to go wrong with widgets, aside from putting the wrong reviews in wrong places. And for example, that would be not placing the review stars on collections. Some shops decide not to do that because of it's a design choice. It just looks kind of cleaner for some people, but that's a mistake, because if you're not showing social proof on a collection, that means that you're going to have lower click-through ratios. Yeah, so it might seem that there are no reviews on the product, so less incentive to click and check it out. But yeah, let's check out this product. So here we have the reviews and obviously product reviews. One thing that people do wrong on those pages is not putting the stars here. Similar case, that's what some of our clients do, and we need to come back to them saying, hey, you really need those stars under the title, because it kind of looks cleaner. But please do put them, because look, if I was to zoom in a little bit more in here, and imagine that we land on this page and there is no review star under the title. It looks like this product has no reviews, because I need to scroll down in order to actually see them. Yeah, so this is an indicator that the reviews are here. So definitely do that. One more thing in the topic of not being able to see those reviews and thinking that there are no reviews is putting them under a tab. Some of the themes, some of the theme designers decided to put different tabs, so you can have a tab for a description, delivery information, and a few others, and there could be a tab for reviews. And usually that's the one that is not open. There's a reason why the e-commerce giants like eBay and Amazon, who have armies of data scientists scouring through data and doing analysis of what's the best practice, there's a reason why they don't put reviews or questions and answers under a tab. It's because you need to make them as easily available as possible. You need to get your customers to see social proof at all times in as easy way as possible. So those are so if you implement those few tactics and avoid those mistakes, you should be good to go with review presentation. So product reviews on the product page, general reviews, everything else, and definitely handpick a few reviews that are around delivery, communication, customer service on your homepage or on any other general pages. That will help you provide your customers with a sort of a good presentation of your business as others see you. And now that I am in the topic of handpicking, that's actually the second topic I wanted to cover. So amongst our clients, the biggest success that they see around reviews and the boost that they give, both in terms of increasing conversions as well as reducing returns. And that's at a point of time we were actually quite surprised, but it all makes sense. If you can show people the best reviews that you have, so something that is easy to read, something that is informative, something that is helpful to somebody, to your customers to make a decision, because reviews in essence, they should help your decision, should help your customers make buying decisions quicker. And so that definitely helps with conversions. But better buying decision, that's the part that helps them also not buy some of the products. So for you, what's the point of selling more if people are going to return more? You're not making any money, and you're ending up very often paying for the return costs. It's nonsense. So selling more is not only the best. What you should optimize for is selling products to people that they will be happy with, that they are going to be sure that they will enjoy, and that's what reviews are helping with. So featuring the good ones is a tactic. And so, for example, Australian Body Care, one of our clients, they have 9 stores in different countries using Opinu. So they have people in their team literally manually featuring the high quality reviews to end up on the front page. And the reason is people read only about 6 to 8 reviews. They hardly ever go to the second page. So you need to nail the first page. And so this is where your main benefit will be, in those first 8 reviews. So they do it that way, and it works out great. So we've seen, that after they installed Opinu, their rate of returns, it decreased by about 20%. It was awesome. But there's a problem, like they have a person pretty much employed full-time to take care of customer support and also reviews, to go around different products and feature those reviews. But you can do so. What we've developed at Opinu is a system that we call smart reviews that does the entire job for you. So imagine if you have 100 products with 100 reviews each. It's a soul-crushing job to go through all of the reviews and select the good ones. And so what Smart Reviews does, and this is one of our clients that uses that. So look at those reviews in here. I mean, I don't have to explain much. You can tell that they're high quality. There's one with video. They have nicely descriptive texts talking about the stories of those dogs and the owners. So just to give you an idea, so WinPro, and they're awesome. They sell dog supplements, and they are one of the ones that use the Smart Reviews feature, and so they don't have to do anything. It just set it and forget it. It's literally a switch that you switch on. So definitely, if you don't have that feature in your review app, get somebody, especially for your highly selling products, get somebody to go through the reviews and feature them to select the best ones. So that's the second topic. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is look, you're getting all of those people coming through the doors in your store, making purchases. So there's going to be a huge history of orders. And for all those orders, you should send review requests to. So if possible, this is the time of the year where you're going to gather reviews that will benefit you for the rest of the year. So your job is to make sure that the rate of review of reviews is as high as possible. People tend to not leave reviews. It's very hard to get a review from people because there's not much incentive for them to do so. And the industry rate is at around 3-4%. So out of 100 people that you ask for a review, about 3-4 of them will actually do it. But there are ways, and if your review app has certain parts of the sequence that you can configure to boost this rate. You should definitely utilize them. So it could be inside of your review app. I've seen success with people configuring review requesting sequences by integrating their review apps with Klaviyo or Omnisend, where you can, do things like offer coupons, send texts aside from emailing, send reminders, display a nice thank you page afterwards, or sending additional photo reminders. So those are the steps that you should take in order to boost this review rate from about 3-4% to above 10%. And so let me walk you through it, how a good review requesting sequence would look like. So before you start doing anything, make sure that whatever is sending those emails on your behalf has the DNS records configured, because otherwise your emails are going to go to spam or promotions folders. So the DNS records are basically, without them, your emails with your domain, so thomas@myshop.com, would go via Opinio, and you would see this tiny little thing in your email client. Whereas if you configure the DNS records, it will be sent by your domain, and that means that the email coming from your domain is sent by your domain, and that causes less of the filtering into spam folders and promotions. So do that first. After that, you want to configure your email and timing settings, and that part is crucial. So you want to time them to more or less, when your order is going to be delivered. So starting from the moment of fulfillment or dispatch, you need to kind of estimate when it's going to arrive for international or for domestic orders. That's the status quo. However, you should be able to integrate shipping apps with your review solution. So we have Aftership, for example. And by doing that, you can time it to when the product gets delivered. So you should wait about 2-3 days after the person got the product to let them play around with it, so to get some experience, to experience it. And then it's a good time because it's still fresh. They still kind of have this emotional state of, oh yeah, I got it, I've been playing around with it. So for example, I got myself recently this super cool kind of paper tablet. It's called Remarkable, but I haven't received any review request. If it arrived about 2-3 days after I received it, when I could play with it, I would probably leave a review, or rather, I would be more likely to do so. So that's the first timing in terms of days, and then time of the day. So you need to time it probably in the evening. That's where we find the most success in terms of open rates. So you don't want to send people those emails during lunch, because most likely, especially these days, because we're going out of the lockdowns slowly, people might be at work, people might be having lunch in a restaurant, and it's likely that they won't have the product on them. So they might not be in the correct place during the day to actually leave the review. And in the evening, after they are back, after they have dinner, that's usually when they are relaxed, and if you send them that email, it's more likely that they will actually leave your review. So those are the first steps that you can optimize to get that review requesting rate higher. Second thing, it's the email and how you write it. So it's good to personalize the subject, the preview text, and if you offer the coupon, you should mention it. You should mention it here, right in the subject. So you should personalize, hey John, hey Thomas, get a coupon if you leave a review. So that will at least get them to open, and you're straight away telling them that you will actually give them something in return. So you're getting, two benefits: more people leaving reviews and more people actually returning back to your store because they have those coupons. And don't be afraid that you're, suddenly, you're giving out coupons to everybody. It's not a big deal. Not many people actually use those coupons, but at least you're getting the big benefit of increasing the rate almost twofold. So coupons increase the rate of reviews twofold, almost from 3-4% to 7-8%. The next thing you want to have a look is the actual email. So you need to keep it short. Basically, make the text personalized, make it, make it aligned with your brand strategy as well as brand voice, but don't make it long, because you want people to get to that call to action button as soon as possible, especially when they're on their phones. The button should be on the first page. They shouldn't have to scroll in order to get to that button. So you want to avoid having them to scroll, and just have it showing as soon as possible. So those would be the first two things: personalize, offer the coupon in the subject, and offer the coupon in general. In terms of coupons, between 5 and 15% is good. Going anywhere higher doesn't really yield that much better returns in terms of increasing the review rate, requesting rate. One more thing you can try to do to increase that rate is sending an SMS. So these days people are spammed with emails all the time, but texts are still underutilized. So you might not read the email, you might not even receive a notification about the email, but texts, people tend to check them a lot more than the emails. If you have a printer, sort of an order printer integration done, then that's another way of asking for a review. So when people see, right at the start, when people open the packaging, they will see the packaging slip, and it will say, hey, leave a review and get 10% off. And they tend to leave those papers lying around for a while, so you never know. Maybe even after a few weeks after the person received their product, they might stumble upon that piece of paper with a QR code asking them to leave a review. So that's another way of boosting. And then we go to the review reminders. So if you can send a reminder, because first email, first contact that you made might have not been in the right moment of the week, of the evening. Maybe they even wanted to leave a review, but they just couldn't be bothered, or they didn't have the time. It's good to nudge them again, and I would recommend doing it after at least 3 days, 3 days or longer. So between 3 days and a week, that's a good time to send that email again. It's definitely good to close on the right note. So show them a personalized thank you page once they left a review, if that's possible for you. So if you were to buy from our showcase store, we would show our team and how we're happy to have your business. And if we offer the coupon, offer it right here, and you are kind of leaving the customer delighted with the level of your service straight away. I gave you if I'm a customer, I gave you my time, I gave you my effort, I left that review, and I'm getting that coupon straight away. Awesome. So the last thing that you might want to do is, especially if your store sells visual products, so if you're selling shoes, if you're selling dresses, you might have an increased need of those photo reviews or video reviews. So what you can configure in your review app would be a photo reminder, so something that goes after they left a review, asking for adding videos or photos, and offering yet another coupon on top of that, and probably a better one, because that's even more effort, and they actually need to take a photo. So that's kind of more valuable in their mind. So if you configure all of those steps correctly, starting from the DNS records, correct timing, sending those well-crafted emails, SMS with coupon incentives, reminding people, showing them a nice thank you page, which will showcase your brand, that you're really taking care of the entire customer journey, and requesting even more with the photo reminders. I think that you're going to be at the right place, and you'll be able to get a lot of reviews that will benefit you for the months to come. especially that we mentioned that, the Christmas and Black Friday period is there to, you will have the worse months afterwards. You will have January, February, which are a lot quieter, and you'll definitely need some more reviews to boost whatever traffic that is coming to you during those quieter months. So this would be my general advice. Yeah, Derek, I think that we are ready to return.
I love it. Thank you so much, Thomas.
are
You have
very
given
welcome.
us the exact plan of what we need to get done from a review standpoint over the next month. So I hope everybody is taking notes and ready to make sure that no matter what tool you're using, you're squared away for the holiday season. And you can see why Openu is a pretty solid solution in the space for everything that you can offer and everything that people need in order to get and maximize reviews. I think if people forget, like, if you think about a review tool, if you pull one out of a hat, it's like, okay, that's great. Like, I just chose one randomly, but which one is going to get me the highest review rate, right? Like, which one's going to get me the highest conversion rate on the site? And I think that's what you focused on when you're creating your product.
Look, these days we have a lot of review tools. There is a lot of free stuff circling around Shopify. And the reason is usually because the companies that build them, they usually have a whole portfolio of apps, and they use review apps as a lead magnet to their stores. So it's something to promote their other apps. It's something that every single person will need, and then they're trying to promote the rest of their portfolio. So they kind of just slap together some functionality, a glorified comment section that doesn't do much. But if you really want to go with something that integrates with your whole stack, that is optimized, because speed is king. It's
that photo and video through mobile with well optimized for displaying the most the best reviews first. I completely agree. And I think, if you're a very brand new starting store, sure, that like Shopify reviews thing is fine. But at some point, you're going to graduate and you're going to need to be looking for a solution that gives you a lot more. And you should have that concern in the back of your head. Like, okay, when we hit this revenue milestone, we need to think about how we get more reviews. Another thing, that milestone might even be centered around something like, hiring a marketing or advertising agency, because now you need to get more content for them. Right. So you want to up the number of reviews you're getting, because you'll feed your ad agency, and that will in turn create content that Narit can put into this visual storytelling tool. So it all kind of comes together in a nice full circle here for everybody.
Yep.
I love it. And you can, I think, between the four solutions, and then let's just say e-commerce tech here in the center, always trying to help people kind of perfect their tool stacks. I think we've come completely full circle, from channel to customer service to personalization to social proof and creating content for all of the other channels and activities. So thanks so much for joining us, explaining the process for optimizing reviews and getting the most out of them.
You're very welcome. Can I just say one more thing? Because we actually do have our own Christmas offer. So for the first 2 people that go to opinion.com, and if you like the app, if you like what you see there, and schedule a demo and mention e-commerce tech, you're gonna get an extended 3-month trial.
3 months is perfect. That gets us through to the end of the year. So there's really no reason not to do it. We will also include that in our follow-up email and make sure that you get a couple of people through that process. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Thomas.
Thank you for organizing. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Always a pleasure. Awesome. All right. With that, we are done. Thank you so much for joining us across these sessions. Of course, all of this will be available on demand. Have I mentioned the show notes? Have you bookmarked the show notes yet? Are you going to actually execute on the tactics, the strategies that we've put forth today? Again, great tools that we showcased. You don't have to use the tools in order to use the strategies, but these tools have very specific strategies that go along with them. And by incorporating all of them together, there is a very strong chance you will have a successful holiday campaign season. Thanks so much. I'm always available if you want to talk to me about any of these tools, about when is the right time, or any other tools in your tool stack, or if there's convolution, you're hiring a new head of marketing or head of customer success, and you want to make sure that their enabled to do as much as they can in your business. Always happy to chat. We do free tech consultations all day long. It is literally my job to either meet with our partners like Thomas and team to understand their tools, or meet with merchants like you to give recommendations on which tools to use. All right, that is it for me. I look forward to seeing you guys at an upcoming e-commerce tech event. We've got, by the way, just sneak peek, 4 big events in 2022 virtual, and 1 live event in August 2022 called eCommerce Day. Really looking forward to meeting up with some of you in person. All right, that's it. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next time.